Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So the Cougar, Mercury Cougar, 1969, green in color, Highland green that is finished with pad printed tires and all. I think it turned out pretty nice. It looks pretty good. I showed you in the video here, I painted the grille with a grimy black color from Floco's, a railroad color. And I thought it looked pretty good at first, but now I'm looking at it more, I looked at it because that's kind of a grayish color. And I thought, man, I just don't look right. So, and I had the model tool where I airbrushed the chrome before because it was all yellowed out and the chrome was almost gone. So I ended up just taking a Q-tip with some mr.color leveling thinner on it and just, I wiped it right down, back down to the plastic. Why it was on the car, sketchy. Yes, it was, but we got her handled. And then I ended up putting some matte black on it, some Tamiya. It was actually not the matte black, but it was like the semi-gloss black. So that looked a lot better because I tried to put that gloss black on it with the Molotov, but every time I go across it, it just pull that Molotov chrome up and it just turned into a milky gray. And I thought, so I must have painted that grill 20 times. I thought, all right, we're just going to strip this down. We're just going to start over because I'm done fighting with it. And after I did that, give it 2 coats, done. Looks good. So took Molotov pen, went around the little Cougar cat on the front, and hit the little red on the end there for that little emblem they put in the middle. So other than that, I think it looks pretty sharp, when I was showing you doing the interior, I did the dash. I put it like a wood grain look in there. And what I use for that is this here. This is like a decal they use for motorhomes, for campers, RVs, whatever. This is like a repair decal. And like I say, my brother-in-law has an RV dealership, so I work over there once in a while in the summertime. And I thought, hey, seeing this laying on the floor, then I thought, that might work good for some old school dashes and stuff. So I just take a little piece of it, it's adhesive, and it's kind of like paper, and throw that on there, and it works pretty good. So it's a little rigid. It's not like foil or something where you can just curl it around. I mean, you got to get a pretty precise cut and then lay it in there. But other than that, it works pretty good. I think it really worked nice in like a pickup bed. That's why I really want to try it in and see how that works, especially if something's got slats in it, because you could actually cut it to the slat. I think that'd work really nice. So, other than that, let's take you over to the bench and let's check out this cat and see what she's looking like, because I think it looks pretty good. The only thing else I want to tell you, I definitely like the polish thing, because the car absolutely looks fantastic. I think the paint does. And another thing I really noticed is when I was working on it, you know, it didn't seem to really get the fingerprints on it like you normally get just with an actual paint job or anything like that. And if I did get something on it, it wiped off like it was nothing, and you could barely see the fingerprint to start with. So that's the way to go. So other than that, let's go take a look at it. All right, guys, getting this Cougar assembled finally. So we got the chassis. There's not much to this kit, so it's kind of straightforward. So I gave it the old Earl Schreib paint job on the gas tank, and just a little bit on the suspension. It's kind of basic. I thought you could leave these to turn, but yeah, they don't really turn that well. So I got the interior done. I think it turned out pretty decent. So we got some gauges in there, all that good stuff. So I put the gauges in, then I took a little bit of Mod Podge and I dripped it. You can see this one here is not quite dry yet. See, it's almost kind of white looking, but see the other ones are clear. It gives that little glass look on top there. Put the shifter in, all that good stuff. Then obviously the seats are white. So when I was done with the seats, I took a little bit of black chalk and just did a real light, like dusting on it, just a real light hit. So yeah, so that didn't turn out too bad. And then we got all our wheels done. Those are ready to go. And we got the back bumper piece done. I got our license plate on there. Little white edges on the back there for marker lights. And I got the grill done. So I tried multiple times painting that black. And I painted this with a Molotov marker. And every time I try to paint that, it just lift that Molotov marker off there. It just smeared it. And I thought, what in the world? So this is actually grimy black, this color here. It looks gray. It is kind of a gray look. I like the looks of it. Bring it in focus here maybe. And then did some black wash on the bottom. It's still wet. So the grimy black is a Floco color. The old rail colors. Yeah, that's not from this bottle. It's from another one that was in the box there. That's why I put them on the shelf. So yeah, this is a Floco paint. And I love this paint. It's almost got like a grit to it, like it's chalky. So you can paint it on anything and it'll cover pretty much whatever you put it on. So the engine turned out pretty nice. So here's our engine. Am I going to focus on it probably? No, absolutely not. Anyways, there's the engine. Too many shiny things to look at. So I put plug wires on it. And it turned out pretty nice. Oh, I wish this would focus. Yeah. Alright. What's best you get? Sorry. Good old cell phone. So I did some wires on it. Even put a vacuum line on the distributor advance. Ran it at the back of the intake. Like it's supposed to be. And that was that. Wow. Makes me want to just slap this thing. Anyways, that's where that's at. Alright, we're going to get the rest of it assembled and we'll see what she looks like here. Please out. Alright guys, the Cougar is coming along nicely. So front grille. I found this was the easiest to do this. Just to glue this piece onto here. Get that all situated. And then I can just slide this up in here. Like so. Life is good. Yes sir, that works pretty good there. So cool, I get a few more things done and we'll wrap this up. So we're coming along pretty good so far. Got an interior in it, she's there. The back end's being something else, I'll tell you that much. Try and put this back piece on. I've had it on out there like 20 times. Alright, we'll continue the process. The struggle is real. Yeah, the back balance, I don't know, that bumper just does not want to sit on there very good. Not sure on that one. Just not that good of a fit. Same as the front bumper. I got, look at the gap on that. I guess I can go a little tighter with it. But okay, so once it's in, look at the body line right there to the bumper. Not very good feet. Alright, we'll get back with you here in a second. Okay guys, there's a Mercury Cougar in its glory. See, I think that turned out pretty nice. A little spin here. Yeah, like I said, the front end came out pretty good. Of course, I touched the bumper just a hair. Just a little bit. That's alright. Looks a lot better than it did before. And like I say, there's my little chip out of the white stripe there. So once I find my other stripes here, I'll get that put back in there. Like I say, this is polished and there's no clear coat on this one. Turned out pretty cool. Add some exhaust tips to it. Heck yeah. I didn't like the exhaust on. They just stopped right at the kind of like way under the bumper. You know, nowadays there'd be a recall on that because you're getting asphyxiated inside the car. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think that turned out really nice. Like I say, I really like that green. I think the Highland green is a beautiful color. Like it. Like it, like it. So I'll give you kind of an overall look here. Looking at the top. Pretty nice. Got some dust here on it. Yeah. Let's take off the hood and we'll take a look underneath here. So nothing crazy under the hood. So I glued that air cleaner on when it was out of the car, but once I got it in there, I thought, man, things got she's a little crooked. Of course, now I'm trying to peel it off there and she just don't want to go. So I had a problem with my firewall. It fell back on me. I had it glued in there pretty good. So I was unable to put those strut towers in the way they should be. So I had to trim them down just a little bit to make them fit right. The only thing else I'm missing is the radiator hose, because for some reason I must have that support back or something's tipped a little too far because the radiator hose just didn't seem to want to fit very good. So I'm going to have to make a custom one for it maybe someday down the road. And like I say, the dash interior looked pretty nice in there. Barely see it, I guess. Well, I got the hood off. Let's take a look underneath. So nothing too crazy downstairs here. So when I had the painting the engine, I painted the axle in the back, give it some red shocks. Like I say, put my fancy exhaust tips on the back. That's just a piece of aluminum tubing. I just glued them on, extended out a little bit, and that was it. So like I say, it's not overly crazy underneath there, but just enough to make her fit the bill, I guess. Throw the hood back on here. Yes, sir. That's the old Cougar. Like I say, I think that turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, so that's the Cougar in its entirety. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for following along, checking out the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you guys aren't a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you can follow along on our upcoming builds. And if not so, go check out Hobby Nut Models. And there'll be a link in the description below. So once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we will see you on the next build. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.